Alright folks, welcome back to my NIER Replicant playthrough. This is part 15, and today, despite having finished the game, it is only the beginning. I've gone through ending A, and I am about to start Kainé's story. I don't know whether this is going to be the same time period as when I was playing the game, like the second half of the game, or if this is going to be after, before. I have no idea what to expect in terms of this. I just know we might be getting some Kainé backstory. I did look up some things just for my so that I know what I can expect for part C at least, and I did find out that any side quests I missed during part 2, I can go back and do them during those playthroughs, so I'm very excited that I have that chance. I'll probably go through the whole seed thing again, which is a-okay, because what I was gonna do if I couldn't do that is to do a couple of the side quests I had left over. I would just go back and do them on a different save, but that seems it will not be necessary. Also, I found out that there were three very important side quests that I did not get notified to. I thought I could have sworn I checked to see if there was the little icon where Devila would be to show that, hey, there's more side quests, but I did not see that. I was watching Apocalypse's playthrough because I was like, yay, I got through ending A, and I know generally what these like what I've missed in terms of side quests. Nope, there are more, and sadly I did see at least partially what I missed. So there is a moment where you would have to go back to the Lost Shrine, get this Eye of Power or something, and bring it to this lady in the Forest of Myth. And we're basically sent back to the very beginning of the game. And even that character is like, oh, it's deja vu, but I don't remember this. It would be so interesting for me to have seen that before going through the ending and finding out that we are not the same character as back then. And also, I did find out that there is a weapon after that. However, once I go through ending B, I did see that I do automatically obtain it, which is very nice. I'm very happy that the game was accommodating for my ignorance. Also found out that the girl in Facade who was killed by her boyfriend, but not really, but maybe, was actually a shade. So there's something I am very curious about, and there's a few things I'm still curious about in terms of how this works, with how the humans are extinct, but the basically shells of humanity, maybe? Because it seems like no one is real, like no one is, like humans as we know them are extinct, but there's people who are very similar to humans, and they seem to become shades too. Actually, not only the Facade girl, but also the one with the Frisia side quest. That was also interesting to see, and I'm really sad that I couldn't get my blind reaction to that on stream, but that is okay. I can keep talking, but while I do that, let's just let's go and see what this is all about. Yeah, so I'm curious about how that works. If it's past humans and the new humans that can turn into shades, how does that work?
Whenever I interacted with Kainé, I was reminded about something from my past.
Oh wait, hold on.
Maybe my mind has been confusing
There we
her
go.
with my sister this whole time.
Apologies, I saw that the sound was
Anyway.
doubled. Emil did not deserve what happened to him at the end. Alright, so we're back here. Oops. Kainé's dreams. Discrimination. Also, one thing I will say right now. I know the game does not explicitly say this, and therefore it's not like too spoilery that I know this, but sadly I found out something about Kainé that I was hoping to figure out in-game. So I wanted to basically look up if Emil was canonically gay because of one of his comments that he made. But as I was looking through that, people were mentioning Kainé and how she's actually a hermaphrodite, which I think is very cool. But I just wanted to say that before I go further, that is something I'm already aware of. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled into their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vane slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vane could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground, as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. The stones? Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo! Kainé! The voice belonged to Dimo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kainé struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Dimo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kainé's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kainé turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kainé knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to the sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. Oh, that's messed up. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kainé was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak's gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Jesus. Kainé prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kainé couldn't meet Demo's alluring gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kainé's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to run away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Jeez. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kainé, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kainé. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kainé curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Damn. Kainé ignored the question. I wonder how many people would be able to guess that she's a hermaphrodite from this, because I could see how people could think it's the shade part of her, but it really... Dang. Kainé ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. He continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak, chanted the children. Freak, freak, freak! Kainé closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sounds of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kainé was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kainé. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was rapt on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. Ancient woman. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? And I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. Oh. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kainé again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. Ooh, who's this? Who's this? The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, he ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid! A big one! That thing could have killed me! The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Dang. I see where Kainé got her language. Nemo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kainé, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out! Leave the village! No one wants you here, either of you! Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Nemo and his companions turned tail and ran. Oh my gosh, wait, Grandma! I just put that together. I mean, that's literally how we first met Kainé, is defeating this shade that goes by Grandma. Is it really her grandma, though? Wait, whoa, okay. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Look at the fat boy go. Oh my gosh. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kainé. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kainé, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung Kainé as she turned away. Don't be so nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kainé's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kainé found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You've got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kainé. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kainé was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kainé called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and the first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kainé and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kainé truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kainé's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be. Kainé drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't... Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they could just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kainé's hair. Oh, is that the lunar tears? The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kainé want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made these for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one. And yet, her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kainé reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kainé to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. This is so sad, but so interesting to see. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kainé's head hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kainé blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kainé took her grandmother's hands in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kainé gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kainé stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Dang. Kainé let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kainé's dreams, daily life. Oh, this is going to be a lot of reading, isn't it? In the distance, Kainé heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. The pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. A stupid piece of axe. Kainé's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that could make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kainé. That you, Kainé? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kainé, close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she'd scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something? The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get the water? Jade's been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs, but Kainé knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kainé did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kainé knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. I wouldn't either. Once Kainé moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Yeah, I do imagine it's by the entrance of the area. I get where that spot could be. Kainé enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kainé turned her attention to the task at hand. Apologies for the yawn. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kainé swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Damn it! She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough. My logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kainé redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kainé dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kainé steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kainé didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kainé away. Stop that, just stop, she cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying, just tired from the trip is all. Kainé desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life. It seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kainé was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. Tears. The next morning, Kainé came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kainé gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, damn it. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kainé strapped on her boots and made her way down to the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kainé moved at a brisk pace, checking her every pocket every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kainé finally found herself at the entrance to the village. A few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kainé took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rottened older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kainé's presence. Oh, great. Hey lady, said Kainé with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say. Kainé saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kainé repeated. The woman pointed at a small village to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kainé cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand because his gang of followers were nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kainé happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha! Barked Demo. Held. Finally kneel over? What the hell, Demo? The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head. But before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told him to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out the shop, cursing Kainé under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was erotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kainé a sense of peace. Surely, in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall... Oh. I don't know what it is about me and reading, but it always makes me yawn. Behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kainé turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, as they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. Kainé didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kainé and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into a sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one else left that I wish to draw. Kainé took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Callie, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Callie? Thought Kainé suddenly. She was still mulling over this new fact in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayon from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother's an old friend of mine, he said as Kainé scooted away yet again. And I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kainé murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. And with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kainé returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kainé to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here. Let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kainé from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Does Masters give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kainé with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kainé removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled, old crone. But, Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Horse dung, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off, and put those crayons away and help me with dinner. But Kainé would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house, as if posing for a master artist. Kainé took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandma was about to nod off, Kainé finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something. Oh, I wish. Not how it works. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kainé, she said between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kainé would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face. An action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kainé could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. How posh, said the old woman. I'll take it down when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kainé and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. Honestly, I feel like in reading this, it's reminding me of how Kainé interacts with Emil. I feel like that's why they enjoy spending time together away from main character. Oh my gosh, wait, if it's gonna be the same, like time period as when we were playing in part 2, then we get to see the moments! Oh man, that makes me happy. Oh my goodness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kainé's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of a life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kainé swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. More dreams! Oh my goodness, no. Separation. Alright, give me one quick second. Alright, I'm good now, just trying to make sure I'm not as warm. Kainé listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up in her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug! The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl, it's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kainé, and I think it's burnt or something. It smells terrible. With that, Kainé held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh, yeah, that's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at this ass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kainé's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kainé could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kainé started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kainé lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. This music. Kainé looked up, surprised. The woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought maybe we could make jam or something. Oh, and I'm gonna pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What the hell for? Kainé stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm gonna build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Oh, damn girl, if a bunch of thieves went to ransack this old place, let them come. Got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight, you know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry, Kainé. Lately it seems my mind is... She didn't finish that thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kainé thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. "You're gonna be a true woman soon," Grandma said, as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. "So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more about how beautiful you've become." Annoyed, Kainé reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandma's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman, "and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you." That's so sweet. "Okay, Grandma, that's enough compliments for one day." "Such a mouth on you, where'd that come from?" "Gee, I wonder." "I'll teach you to sass me, girl," yelled Grandma. Suddenly she lurched forward and grabbed Kainé by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. "Grandma!" yelled Kainé in a quaking voice. "Grandma, stop it, what the hell?" The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. "Oh, I don't know what happened there. Sorry, girl, sometimes my mind just..." Kainé thought the look on her face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. "Listen," she began. "Maybe I should stay home after all." "No, I won't have you stay here and keep an eye on an old cogger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot, I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you." Kainé rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kainé could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. "Don't turn around, don't turn around," she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun upon her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kainé worried about her grandmother all day, causing her to work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow. She was only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kainé pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kainé suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No, for God's no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. "Grandma! Grandma!" Kainé ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kainé's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. It can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large, armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kainé, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning about the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then a smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kainé responded with a scream of her own. "All right, you bastard," she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me. Let's go." The shade eyed Kainé with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kainé glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flame, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive," thought Kainé. "Alive!" Kainé's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard towards the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kainé tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. "Get up! Get up! Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, now!" As Kainé struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kainé lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blow in her wake. "Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer." Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kainé pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. We're already an hour in to the stream. What? This has just been a reading stream right now. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at its corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. "Bastard, laughing at us!" She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. "Yeah, I see your plan." The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kainé was close enough to touch her. "Kill this bastard." Summoning all her strength, Kainé rose to her feet. "Hello. So how's the visual novel going on?" "It's going. Yeah. I got no words. I'll formulate some thoughts after this whole novel, maybe, depending on how long this thing is." Summoning all her strength, Kainé rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back!" she screamed. "Give her back to me!" It's like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kainé never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. "Kainé." Kainé's vision blurred. but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands, reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kainé, you gotta run. You can't to this one. Kainé grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kainé's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no! I said wrong. God damn it. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible, putrid smell assaulted Kainé's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kainé blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kainé's mind, one after the other, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kainé screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept toward its prey. Kainé's body slowly rose, as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side. Yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kainé seized the moment. Laughing like a mad woman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kainé off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kainé's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smokes and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Kill it now! As the spark that was Kainé slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live bend into one. The distance between her heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Oh. Holy cow. There's a lot.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
Holy cow. Also, sorry I didn't ask before, Alado, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Did you get through some of this part on stream? Who would have guessed? I know. I guess I'm you. I can't. Okay, cool. I'm alright. Good to hear. Where? There we go.
What anger this creature
Today!
My sword feels lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I wasn't expecting to be main character. Wait, what's happening? Oh, there we go. Gotcha. It's like that took a while. Get him! Snap the head. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. Wait. We're getting more. We're getting more and more. Alright. Let me just pause for a moment. Oh. It's kind of hard to formulate any meaningful thoughts or things that add any value. The part that just hit me the most was the very first part before you joined here, Lotto. Just how much she was being tortured. She just wanted to die. Back to reading. Wow, I know. This is crazy. Oh, I'm gonna need water eventually. Well, let's see how this goes. Gently. Weakly. Softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stomping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagining. Kainé tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeding in coughing up a huge gouge of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. It's gonna make Clement a real bitch. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Gotta help before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No. Stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kainé and smiled. Since she rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kainé opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the page, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop. No, don't hurt that picture. Kainé reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kainé turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. "See that?" he cried as he danced his jig. "It's perfect now. She looks just like you." I look like that? God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kainé laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. "Ain't you got a wish, sunshine?" The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kainé wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. "You know, a wish? Like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me!" Kainé finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. "I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. A curse. A freak. I should be left to die." The other voice boomed in her ears. "Oh, honey, you are the best." Kainé glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it feels like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. "Come on," said the voice. "Let it go." Kainé tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. "Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it?" Have what?" "Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind." This is the shade that's possessed her. The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. "And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the damn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood, just like before." In response, Kainé shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. "Are you a shade?" "Yeah, maybe. What of it?" The slime reached her face, creeping up past her nose and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kainé was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. "Feels good, doesn't it?" asked the voice with a chuckle. "Yeah, what can I say? You know how to please the ladies, jeez. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body, and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade." Oh my gosh. A black lump began to protrude from Kainé's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. What the hell, Sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal! I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kainé glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burned itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Kainé stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kainé took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood, then go out there and... Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine, real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Oh, jeez. Kainé grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kainé screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Oh man. Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine. There ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kainé. Yeah, possessed, you and me. We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Dang, that is crazy. Which is why they're now more focused on the shade part instead of what they were focused on before. Oh. Kainé looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. A little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll wrap them up in their own. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kainé. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a damn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. What the heck? Kainé considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. Now After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it, you and me? Could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Aw, muttered Kainé. I'll handle the killing. Screamed the voice. Very reasonable arguments from Mr. Shade. Yeah, true. Look at you go, oh sunshine. We're gonna have so much fun. I'm sure he was a psycho murderer in his past life. Maybe. So listen, my name's Tyran. If you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get on it, or get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kainé found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade, I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. When I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Laughed Tyran. Good luck with that. That was hilarious. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. But if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kainé herself. Kainé waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her body had already won. I'm not a shade. I am Kainé. Repeating this mantra in her head, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kainé started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kainé fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn, and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive!
Grandma.
Kainé, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
Oh, hey. Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kainé.
Welcome back, Kainé.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Any luck with Yonah?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kainé waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Devil and Popola. Never being you two the same again.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious!
Please, try to understand.
I wonder what this... Like, why was this necessary? I mean, if it really was the townspeople and they were just relaying it, I would get that, but it does feel like there's more to this given how much more there is to these two. Maybe fear that the villagers will find out about the experiments?
People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it!
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kainé saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me.
This is so messed up.
As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kainé?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
Yeah.
But...
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
What is the matter?
Kainé always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kainé and Emil's situation myself.
This really is a lot of the same besides the flashbacks. I can't imagine those 5 years, those memories running back through her mind.
I should apologize to Kainé and Emil, but what good would that even do?
This seems new. What would that even do?
Wait, is that...
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kainé.
I'm so happy that we get this. Because I remember that mention of them doing the campfire stuff. Amazing.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know.
Oh.
I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Oh.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
You call all of what I just read not interesting? Hello?
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Super easy, you say.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
I love it. I'm so happy to see these two. I didn't realize the main character got to see that. Odd and Vicey are always together. He says they argue a lot. They're actually good friends. I wish I could travel with Odd sometimes. Sorry, even though they argue a lot. Oh, I'm still...
Sleep well?
Sure.
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
I'm surprised I have control over main character.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
Mom's diary?
I have not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the Black Scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
Strange, you say.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
New information. Oh, nice. It just saves automatically. Sure. That works.
Say there.
Ooh,
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you. Whoa. Oh. Whoa,
Why are you
wait.
standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
No way.
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Wait,
Sleeping
what?
on one's feet is quite the talent indeed.
Wait.
Come now. There's the door.
Huh?
Right. Let's go.
I'm dad main character now? This is different. You'll be unable to save until the battle is over. That's a nice little warning. It should be fine. I asked Devila if hooch tastes good, and she said it's the best thing in the world. She said we can have it together when I'm a grown-up. Whoa. This is the world of the recycled vessel, created to avoid the destruction of all. What? What is this? Whoa. What? Wait, this is cool. Hold on. I'm so confused. I'm just thrown right into this. Alright, we're going down instead of, Huh? What the heck? Dude, this is sick! That is so cool that they added this. was not expecting this music though. So many shades! Oh my gosh, it's like a remix of Emil's song. Whoa. Where? What? What is making that noise? What is the boss? Oh, the bats are down below. What's going on? Sure. Let's see, can I... Oh, it's down there. Oh, I can just jump. Sweet, sweet. I did not realize. Nice, nice, okay. Last thing I was expecting. We are Dad NIER now, or Dad Odd. The Black Scroll, a lost destiny, a white book of false truth. Whoa, whoa, it's all like... Oh, dude, this, like, visual distortion is crazy. I am loving this. Last thing I was expecting, but here we are. Dude. Gosh, I thought I was paying better attention. Guess not. What in the world? Oh, I guess that's it for that one. They went back home, that made me lonely. Oh yeah, that one. Soldiers of Salt calling forth white death, they are legion, those who plunge the world into darkness. Oh yeah, I forgot those were shields. Where are they going? They keep teleporting everywhere. What do you mean? Stop disappearing! Cowards! Ow. This is crazy. Ooh. One-handed sword, Fool's Embrace. Medicinal herb 3. This is interesting. The dragon's corpse brought death to the world, delivering it unto the power of magic. Talking about Dragon Guard! Alright, let's see it. Look. This distortion is insane. Oh, I'm murdering this guy. Haha. Sweet, let's do that before. Cool. I'll get another 3. Last night, Odd told me stories until I fell asleep, but I don't remember anything he said, but boy, I was happy. Aww. The black sickness stains the future, they journey to return to the soulless vessels. What is this? Is this something to do with Drakengard, maybe? That would be cool. Medicinal herb. I don't need those, apparently. Perfect. Moving on. Oops, oh, and and I fall into the ah, come on. I'm more above this, it seems. Alright. Oh my gosh! Why? Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Just gotta stop overthinking it! Or maybe overthink it a little, because what? Ah, whoa! Oh my gosh. That was close. Ah, what is happening? This is a weird angle! Ow! Perfect. There we go. Got it. Immediately. Just... ah! Of course I did. What in the... what? No, are you kidding me? Alright, try this again. Gotcha. If you could cheat, I could cheat too. Oh. If I was only a little bit closer. There we go. It's so picky with where it wants me to be. Why? Why is this the part that is causing me pain? Wow. As soon as I... wow. Okay, well, sure, do that. I'm too powerful for you anyway. Kabuki outfit. Saving. System data saved. Earned 1,000 experience. Medicinal herbs. Nice! I'm earning things by doing this. Whoa! Well, there's now 2 of them. Oh, or I guess just a second. So this is the original, and then there's this one? Sure. Let's see how badly I do here. My cough just wouldn't quit today. I bet Odd would have rubbed my back if he was here. Oh no. The apocalypse divided the world into 2, one that knows not day, and one which has never seen the light? Oh. Okay. Just the visual on this is amazing. I love how I was able to Black and white, 13 packs. The vessel's forms waver as they cross time and space. What? They go by so quickly, I cannot fully comprehend the words. Oh, I love this so... Whoa! Wait. The one direction I decided not to look in, and of course they're there. It's everywhere! What do you mean? Anything in here? Anything noteworthy? No. Okay. Just trolling me. Gotcha. Anyway. Oh my gosh, dude, this is so cool though. Actually, wait, is there more back here? There might be. I mean, that door is, yeah, available. I don't know if it matters if I do them all the rooms, but I may as well. I guess one thing that's good about the boxes is I could go up here and... What? This is insane. This is yellow, so I don't think I can go in there. Perfect. Wait. Oh, there we go. Sure. Actually, I'm just checking, because I don't know. There could always be something I miss. Okay, perfect. Just checking. Alright, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, this is this like mechanical version of the Song of the Ancients. This is insane! Oh my gosh. Ooh, I got titanium alloy. That's nice. That's so cool.
Seems we have been shut in.
Of course we have. Because why wouldn't we be? It seems the short attacks are the best for these magic orbs. I usually do the bigger attacks because they are stronger. Titanium alloy, nice. Sweet. Alright, that is good to note. And again, of course we have. Let me go. Keep going. Perfect. More titanium alloy. This is nice. Alright. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yes, thank you, Vice, because of course we have. Ah. as planned. I was trying to hold that button instead of what? I was not on there. What the heck? How is anyone supposed to move in this setting? What do you mean? What? What is that? What is that armor? What is happening? Perfect. That's good enough. Big shade? Big shade time? Oh, well, thank you for the medicinal herbs. Odd made a new friend, and guess what? He's a king! I wish I had some friends. Aww. That's sad. The song of the man has been drowned out, and its place the scream of something inhuman. Whoa, okay. Oh, now we're back to robots. Nice. That's nice. I'll happily do the robot part over the crazy magic orb shade. I was supposed to say shade throwing, but magic orb throwing shades. There we go. Conjuring. No materials though. I guess no grinding here. It's too many! No materials whatsoever. Because of course there isn't. Who's next? No one. Gotcha. Fool's Lament. ×5. Nice. Is there one more? The sky falls with the dragon. The world ends this day. Whoa. What is this? Where is this? Where is this? This almost reminds me of, like, what little I've seen of Automata. I'm tearing these guys apart. See, this I can do. Boom. You're dead. Finish him. Dead. Doing not too badly. What the heck? Alright. Got you. Alright. That was the easiest one during this whole thing. Odd brought a chick home with him. It makes little chirps and follows me around. It's just the cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. The puppet priest collects the accursed prayers and polishes the vessel. The vessel. Oh, am I gonna get a battle while on this thing? Whoa, what is this first person? Dude, this is so cool! What do you mean? Oh, it's slow as ever though. Oh, I just can't lock on. Gotcha. I thought I was gonna be like getting off or something. Gotcha, makes sense, I can do that. Oh my gosh, could you hurry up though? This is such an interesting first person mode. Where's my body? I can't see my body. This is neat. I feel bad killing all these little shades. They're not even trying to attack me. I'm just looking at the map to see when they spawn. And where. So I know I've missed some. It's like a... I don't know what those games are called, like a carnival type game. Is that a boar over there? Should I don't know if I should attack that thing. I mean, it's not showing up on my map, so... Hello there. I guess. Maybe not. I guess not. This is a slow ride. This is such a neat remix, though. So where you at? They're everywhere. Oh my gosh! How long is this gonna go for? They're everywhere. Come on. There we go. I guess that's all I needed. Samurai outfit. Neat. Okay. 4,000 experience. Health salve. 3,000 gold. Nice. Iron stuff. And there's a third. Oh my goodness, what? This is crazy. And I'm here for it. Odd and Vicey. Yes, even though they argue a lot, they're good friends. I wish I could travel with Odd. I wish you could too. So long as this memory exists, so long as mankind has hope, a bloody battle will be waged over the holy domain of the body? Oh, what? Anything in here? Nope. Yeah. Got all the shit. It's actually not all of them. There's still more. This is insane. One medicinal herb. Oh dear, I hate this kind of thing. Too many orbs everywhere. I'm bound to get hit by something. Gotcha, buddy. Anything for me? Nope, just blood. Health salve. Foolish human, foolish human, foolish human, foolish vessel. Whoa. Ah! Oh gosh, do I? Maybe? Ooh. Oh, I probably didn't even need to attack. Ah. Oh, that's gonna be annoying, isn't it? I'm gonna have to take care of this thing because I already attacked it once. There we go. Let's not attack the other ones because they seem to be fine. That is messed up. So you can accidentally lock on to a boar and accidentally hit a boar and have them race after you. That is clever, but nope, gosh dang it. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. Dang it. There goes the other one. Sorry, Bori. No. There's still so many. Get back here. We're done. Do I have to fight this thing? Maybe I have to. I have to provoke it. Sorry, buddy. I hate that. Well, I guess that is what I had to do. This is beyond my comprehension. All is paid, all is sacrifice. What? I hate this top down. I hate this view. It's like, it always... I mean, it's so cool, but at the same time it just messes with me. Rusted clump! Yes, I can use some of those. Yes, more of them, please. Rusted clump. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all the rusted clumps! Yes, I need those. Yeah. Aw, dang it. Couldn't finish him off because other guy was... Whoop, whoop. Or maybe I can't. There we go. There we go. Let's just go over here, see if there's anything I need. Nah. Gotcha. Got health cells. We're good. What? Oh my gosh. I'll grab that. Thank you. This is insane. She's
Seems
a
we've been shut in.
I was doing so well with the health. No map. All right. This is beyond what I was expecting, and I love it. You're right, nice. So many iron ore. Ooh, eagle egg. Nice. I'll take that. I needed. Oops. Hold on. Let me take care of you two. Or you three, real quick. Perfect. Okay. Alright, let's see what this is gonna be about.
It seems we have...
Yes, thank you. Vice. I figured as much. Ah, damn. Kill him. Alright, that's all for that one. Fool's Accord. Nice, I'm getting all the weapons. She's a girl. Do not bring back the light, do not bring back the vessel, or the future, do not bring it back. Whoa. This is insane. Nah. I should have expected that. Don't trap me in here. Weren't expecting that, were you? Eat it. Finish it. Close. Cool. Not going too bad. This one's a runner, isn't it? Alright. I'm so quiet. I'm in the zone right now. Ah. To be honest, I don't even know what's happening. Me neither, but I'm here for whatever it is. Oh my goodness. Can I? Whoop, and I don't glitch. Ah. I was gonna grab the other thing. Recovery potion, nice. Every beam of light is an invitation to death. Okay, sure. Because that's how that works. Gotcha. Hello? Let's see, where do I go from here? Oh, I guess down here. Whoa! Oh, this is weird. Get out of the way! Oh my goodness. I couldn't do what I was hoping to do. That's alright. Ah. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. Whoa, and I fell! Oh, okay, it doesn't respawn enemies that weren't there before, that's good. Die already! There we go. Did that, well, I was expecting Kainé, and we get Recycled World. Oh, this is beyond insane. Alright, what's next for this? Oh, great. At this point, I don't even know what's happening! These are so annoying. Just get over here, coward. Oh, gosh dang it. Well, I expected as much. Get over here. Gotcha, finally. Let's see, where do I go next? Over here? Seems right. Oh man, I fall over the edge immediately. Actually, do I? Let's see what I have with these weapons. Oh, well, these are cool. I got more weapons. Let's see. Cruel Oath. Let's do word edit instead. Cruel Oath. What do we have? Yes, let's do that. That's good. Item drop rate. Not right now. It's fine. And then, what do we have here? Good. Let's see about this one. Nothing different. Ooh, oh my gosh, I have not been paying attention. Here we go. Nice. And then this one. Armor break. Sure. Weaken. I'll try that. Look. Wow. Ah. I'm not paying attention to the right things. Let's go back. Gotcha. Finally! I'm reading the lore of NIER series, it's wild. Yeah, I imagine so. Is this guy gonna be easier? He's gonna be easier, isn't he? Yep. Nice. It's a welcome change? Whoa. Who's next? Ah, you. Of course it's you. What in the world is going on? Oh, that's cool, actually. Having weaken for the blast? That's actually so nice. Ah. Nice. Alright. Pretty cool. Alright. Oh my goodness, we got fire! Now we got Bluebird over here. The song at least. Ah, dang it. I thought I was doing so well. Oh, now there's more. Ah, no, 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 no. Don't fall over the edge. Well, I don't know if that's actually better. Oh my gosh, that was rather crazy if you ask me. Hopefully that's the end of it. Maybe? Ooh, experience points. And gold! Nice. I will gladly take that. A dreaming vessel in a recycled world. Until the time of its awakening comes. Ooh. Data saved. What in the world? What in the world? That was quite the journey.
Is that all?
Dear diary. Nice.
Huh?
Is that the final entry of the diary?
I guess so.
Seems that way.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Figure anything out?
Vice?
I fear not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Uh-huh. Let's look up here. See what else we got. Nothing at all. Well, that was something, and I don't know what to make of it. That's so funny. Of course, with the rice. But at least I have these. I'll just buy the rice at a later time. But I do need some of these pink moonflower seeds for the lunar tier, which I do want to continue trying to get. What do we have with the cultivation? Pink, we have 11. Okay. How do quests look? No uncompletable quests, which means I get to go back and... Oh, that's so cool, actually. I'm surprised.
Shades could strike at any moment, so we have to be ready at all times. I remember when patrolling the shopping district used to be easy. Oh, it's you, eh?
I wish I could play someplace bigger.
I wanna see... Debla does not have anything for me. She's not even here! Right, no, that makes sense. I forgot about that. This is wild, we're back. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, don't hire me there, Debla.
I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devil?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kainé know that we're sorry, alright?
Are you though?
All right.
Do you feel guilt? Hello.
More and more of our sons and daughters go out hunting and never return. What are we supposed to do?
Even a single sprig of herbs is precious.
Same dialogue.
I decided a long time ago that Popola was too important and beautiful to worry about shades and the like. That's why I dedicated my life to protecting her. She trusts me to keep the library secure. So maybe someday...
False hope is better.
Yeah, that's fine. You do whatever, dude. It's not my business. I love this one. This journal entry. How about you? Do you have anything different to say, or is it the same?
I think I'm beginning. It seems that...
Yes.
What is the purpose of this place?
Beats me.
Interesting. So all the things that I've collected during the second round are not here anymore, but the kids are here because of the last side quest I did.
I'm sorry for all the trouble, sir. Hey, mister?
Alright. I'm so curious.
Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Oh, right. Yes, about that. You know about the lost shrine, right?
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Oh, it was right under our pages the whole time.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So, take a boat.
A boat?
Yes. The canal's finally been repaired.
We're gonna see him again.
It took a lot longer than expected. What with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance.
I will get his red jewel this time.
The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. Alright, I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful.
I wonder if it'll give me a choice again, like last time, for what order to do these in. So far it's a lot of the same, just a few small differences.
The path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
Yes.
How excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yonah. Let's use it as often as we need.
Okay, so I guess we're discarding this. I will get more rice, and I will make rice later. Whoops. It's funny, in my other save, I was able to go in yesterday and collect the rice, but obviously I couldn't play through this part. So the rice here is dead. Sad. But okay, let's try this. Plant. Got the red and the gold. Let's start with gold. Yes, thank you. It's not like I've been doing this before or anything. Gold. Gold. And then we do gold over here. Gold over here. And then another 3 this way. Let's see. Gold. One more gold, and then I'll go through with the red. And then water it all. Even though I know I don't really need to water them for it to work. I have so many dang seeds. Red again. More red. And another. I'm really glad that I did all of the side quests for part 1. Especially knowing that I can't do them during this playthrough, but I can do the Act 2 side quests that I missed, which is very nice to know. And it will also speed things along when I go through the rest of the playthroughs. Go through the rest of the endings. Alright. Saving it. Here. Cool, let's head to the Ferryman. I will be shutting down here fairly soon, but I do want to see how much I can move forward. Gourd seed. Anecdotal. All good, I'm fine. There he is! Red Bagman! You better not die this time.
Hey, look who it is! Remember me?
I remember you.
That red bag.
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure has. I've been in charge of this canal since we last talked. Apparently I did a pretty good job with it because they decided to make me the permanent ferryman.
Oh yeah, huh? Congrats.
Thanks. Still, it's not all puppies and anyway. If you got a place to be, just...
A lot of the same dialogue. I might skip through some of it if we've already heard it before. But yeah, we will see. I want to get a bit of rice from Seafront because I know usually... Okay, that's a wheat seedling. I remember the spot where there's a rice one, usually. Should be over here. Rice plant seedling. And I did see that at least with the bounty fertilizer on top of it, the rice, just one gives you a lot, so very happy about that. Also, oh, wait a minute. You have side quest for me.
Hey, remember that book you found for me? Would you mind helping me out again?
Yes, alright.
What are you
Will
making
do.
now?
Royal catfish served over rice. I just need 10 giant catfish and 10 bags of rice.
Okay, I can help
Think
you
can
out.
Help me out.
I can do it. Oh,
I need 10.
okay. I already accepted it.
Rice.
Gotcha.
Are there any recipes written inside you?
How dare you compare me to a common cookbook? There is no room within my pages for such trivial matters.
Nice. Well, that's cool that I get that one so early. What am I doing? Why am I going back in that direction? Let's head back to the... I'll just go to the save spot and we should be fine. This was a very, very interesting way to start the new part of my playthrough. This has been strange. Alright, well, I guess that is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. This is... I don't know what to say because... First thing was an hour, at least, of just text about Kainé. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, of course, thanks for joining me. Dude, Kainé went through a lot of stuff that she just should not have had to. And it is unfortunate how biological differences can make people who are superstitious kinda a little bit weird towards certain people, but it is what it is. This game is something else. It It really is. I'm very, very curious to see how this playthrough prolongs. I don't know why. I was expecting Kainé's story, you know, to be playing as her, and maybe after a certain point we will be, but I'm unsure. Little disappointed in that sense. I thought it would be cool to, you know, be Kainé for a bit, but we'll see what happens. I'm still excited to see what is new. And yeah, I will catch you all next time, which might be Monday. Because, well, I'll have to see, because Fridays, I might, depending on my summer break schedule, I might, instead of Wednesday and Friday, I might do Tuesday and Thursday, but we'll see. If I keep it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or if I keep it Wednesday, Friday, I'll add Monday. Actually, no, that might be fine. Just not make it too much more complicated. Monday might be added to the list of stream days, so look out for that. I cannot wait to see more of what this game has to offer. Thank you so much, Alotto, for joining. Anyone who I didn't see join in because you didn't comment, or, I mean, chat in the live chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, I may not be able to name you, but I appreciate you nonetheless. So yeah, have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you. You too, Alotto. Yeah, everyone, have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are and when you're watching this. I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.